He came to clean the pool that morning like he always did, dragging along his net and tools, expecting another routine day. But when he looked over the water, his steps froze. There, sitting quietly in the shallow end, was a young girl. She wasn't swimming, just sitting, her arms wrapped around her knees, her hair dripping, and her eyes staring into the rippling water as if searching for something she couldn't find. At first, he thought she was just enjoying the calm, but something about the way she sat so still struck him differently. He cleared his throat, trying to make his presence known. "Hey there," he said gently. The girl flinched, glancing at him with eyes that carried a weight far beyond her age. She looked maybe 15, 16 at most. "Pool's closed right now," he added, though his voice softened, not wanting to scare her away. She didn't move. Instead, she whispered, "I know. I just didn't want to be anywhere else." Her voice cracked, and that's when he noticed her hands trembling slightly in the water. His instincts as a father kicked in. He had a daughter not much older, back home in Ontario, and he couldn't ignore the way this stranger's pain seemed to echo something familiar. He slowly crouched down by the edge of the pool, lowering his tools. "You want to tell me what's going on?" The girl hesitated, biting her lip, before the words spilled out. "Everything feels so heavy. My parents are always fighting, my friends stopped talking to me, and sometimes I think nobody would even notice if I wasn't here." Her voice broke completely then, tears blending with the pool water. His chest tightened. He remembered a time, years ago, when his own daughter had locked herself in her room after being bullied at school. He had almost missed the signs then. Almost. But not today. Not with this girl. "You know," he said quietly, sitting on the concrete, "I spend a lot of time cleaning this pool. People come here, make a mess, leave trash, jump in and out, and it looks ruined. But when I take the time to clear it, the water always shines again. You remind me of that. You're sitting here feeling like everything's clouded, but it doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you need someone to help you clear the water." The girl looked at him, startled, as if no one had ever compared her struggle to something so simple, yet so true. "But what if I'm too much of a mess?" she whispered. He shook his head firmly. "No one's ever too much of a mess. Trust me, even the dirtiest pool can become clear again if someone cares enough to help. And you deserve that. You deserve to be cared for." Silence hung between them, but this time it wasn't heavy. Slowly, she stood, water dripping from her clothes. For the first time, she seemed lighter, as if someone had lifted part of the weight she carried. "Thank you," she said softly. He nodded. "Promise me you'll talk to someone you trust today. A teacher, a friend, maybe even your parents. Just don't keep it all locked inside. You don't have to fight this battle alone." She gave a small, hesitant smile, the kind that held a spark of hope. Then she picked up her towel from the edge of the pool and walked toward the exit, glancing back at him once as if to make sure he was real. He waved, and she left. He sat there for a long time after, staring at the water, realizing how sometimes the smallest interruption, like a pool cleaner showing up, could change the direction of someone's day, maybe even their life. When he finished his work, he didn't just leave the pool spotless. He left with the reminder that sometimes being present, listening, and offering a simple truth can make all the difference. And that was the message he carried home to his daughter that evening. No matter how deep the water feels, no one should have to sit alone in it. Would you like me to also write 5 scene prompts for this story that you can use to create visuals for a YouTube video?